Alright, so, I said I would do videos every time I got a new package from Chris, so I figured, hey, I got a package from Chris, aka the MtVernonKid, so obviously I'm going to be talking about the comics he sent me. Now, we have 3 books. We got 3 books here to discuss, and, it is comics that I've never heard before. I know the writer, don't get me wrong. I know who the writer is. The moment I saw it, I was like, oh, now I see why Chris sent it to me. Because I'm a big fan of this person's work. But I've never heard of this. And apparently this came out in 2015, so it's a couple years old. But it's from... And also, I know it's old is because it still has the Vertigo title on it. Vertigo, part of DC before it got dismantled for DC doesn't know what for DC's cavalcade of we don't know what the fuck we're doing anymore. You know how it is. So the comic in question is the 3 complete volumes of a comic called Clean Room. Clean Room, I have no idea what this is about, but like I said, I do know the writer and I'm excited to see where it goes. The writer is Gail Simone. Gail Simone, if you know your DC, then you know who Gail Simone is. She's done Birds of Prey, she's done, Justice League, she's done a lot of stuff. And she's also known at Marvel. She did a very good run on Deadpool in the 90s, 2000s era of Marvel. So, I had never heard of this, and when I asked Chris what this was about, because he didn't... usually he gives me sometimes a heads up of a new comic coming up, or a new package showing up, and he actually texted me an hour before this. I actually got this before he got the text saying, hey, new comics coming for you. And I was like, oh, hey, you mean the ones I just opened the package? Which I should actually do the next time I get a package from him, of doing a box opening. I've never been a fan of those, but maybe I should try it. Because seeing me struggle to open a package was a sight to behold and would have taken a good chunk of this video to begin with. So that would have been hysterical to watch. That would have been completely hysterical of watching my ass struggle through an entire, package trying to get these books, which I had no idea at the time what they were all about. So, anyway, this is from what I understand, there's only 3 volumes, and I've got all 3 volumes right here. It was a comic by Gail Simone, and it is also a horror comic. If you guys remember, about a month ago, Chris had sent me several horror-centric comics, so this adds to it. So, Clean Room, I know nothing about. All I know is Chris told me it was a horror comic, and I'm going to read you a description real quick on the volume. So, it starts off with, "A scar is born. Somewhere between the realms of self-help and religion lies the Honest World Foundation. Its creator started out as an obscure writer of dystopian horror fiction who decided to change the world one mind at a time. Now inherits rule Hollywood while obeying their leader's every command. That's almost all everyone knows about the movement, or is it a cult? Founded by reclusive guru Astrid Muller, but reporter Chloe Pierce is sure that there is something deeper hiding behind the Honest World's facade. Her fiance was a devoted follower of Muller, right up to the moment where he blew his brains out while holding a copy of her book. Now Chloe wants answers from a woman whose word commands the loyalty of millions, and she's ready to storm the top-secret sanctuary known as the Clean Room to get them. But there's more to Astrid Miller than Chloe could ever imagine. And the truth is that there's about to discover is more astonishing than any of Astrid's accomplishments, and more terrifying than any of her novels." Alright, there you go. So it's basically like a... It's actually now that I read the description, it's almost like a woman fighting like a horror, Scientology, which Scientology is horror in of itself. But yeah, this is supposed to deal with demons. I've actually flipped through. The artwork is actually really good. The artwork is done by hang on. The artist of the book is John Davis Hunt, with Quentin Winter working with John Davis Hunt on coloring. So the artwork in here looks really good. I've flipped through some of the pages, and there is some disturbing ass artwork on here. I would show you, but I'm afraid I would the YouTube gods would not be fond of me showing you the artwork, because there is some graphic level, like, this actually, like, when I was looking through this, I was like, oh, so we're looking at Gail Simone doing a Junji Ito tribute. Alright. This also apparently got praise from Scott Snyder, Marjorie Liu, a lot of big names in comics. So I am very excited to see where this is going to go. I do know that the next comic, one of the next comics, because I know Chris, he's not going to just send me one book and be like, here you go. I know he's going to be sneaky and send me something more, but I do know the next book he is going to send me is Deceased. Because I actually don't own Deceased. I actually don't own that comic, so can't wait for that and whatever else the madman has for me. So, as always, Chris, I know you're watching this. Thank you. One love. As always, keep it real. And I can't thank you enough for the comics. These always are a treat. I loved the last batch, and I've loved every other batch you've sent to me. It's been, an absolute trip to see these comics, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. I was very pleased from the last 3 books you sent me, so no doubt I am going to enjoy these 3. The question is, should I review the volumes separately, or should I do, I feel like what I think I might do is read the 3 volumes and then do, a review on a whole, because I feel like this needs to be told in one consecutive story rather than just do all 3 volumes separately. So I think that's what I might do, is read all the books, then do a review as one big whole on Clean Room. Anyway, so once again, I hope you all enjoyed this little video. I am Mr. Multiverse, and I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.